What I want to go over today is just a major concept that as business owners we need to truly understand and grasp. And that in all business truly we offer one of two things, a product or a service. I'm in the fitness industry, I offer a service. My goal is to offer the service of getting people healthier and fitter. That is the service that I offer. So, but there is a product service, right? iPhones. If you sell the iPhone, you are selling a product. If you are fixing iPhones, you are selling a service, and so forth and so forth. What we need to understand is that a healthy business, one that will last the test of time and continue to see growth over time, is one that can do these two things really, really well. The first one is that they are gaining new clients. We call this a get them activity. This get them activity is an opportunity to gain new sales with prospective clients that did not exist. You build trust somehow. Over time, you built them and gained them as a client. This is typically a focus with a lot of new businesses. They need to gain new sales over and over. What are their sales? What is their growth? That's what they're looking at. The other one that I think is most neglected is this idea of keeping them. Now, keeping them is this idea of value, that I'm able to keep them happy, content, and offer exactly what it is that I said I was going to do. That's what we do here. Businesses that are only trying to gain new sales and never have them long term, they struggle because everything is based on this. The scale is skewed, right? So if I were to skew that scale and say on this scale, this was more get them than keep them, this would get tough long term, because everything is, as we know, it's harder to gain a new client than it is to keep one, right? Once you build that trust, our idea is trying to keep their trust, but gaining those clients are hard. This would be analogous with Shark Tank, right? In 24 hours, what happens, right? They increase their sales, but they're not able to fulfill it, right? Or keep the commitment. They can't order it on time. There's a delay in shipment. The website goes down. They're not able to do that. Would I love 500 new clients? No. And why? Because I wouldn't be able to fulfill the promise that I stated initially, because I wouldn't be able to maintain it. Too many people in my gym, not enough equipment, not enough coaches. I could not do that. So being able to find the balance here, if you will, this is a scale, and this is the balance, is the most important part. You do not want to gain 100 new clients. You do not want to sell 100 new products if you can't maintain that, retention that, or retain that, or try to sell 100 products but you only have 50. You're not going to keep those other 50 clients because they never got their product, they were upset, they'll never come back to you. So our idea is being able to understand the balance between getting them and keeping them, and it's this, right? This intersection here that I call this sweet spot. And when I'm looking at my weekly numbers, my monthly and quarterly numbers, and our goals at the end of the year, I'm looking at this. Were we able to gain new sales? Were we able to keep that? Our retention rate in the fitness industry right now, we are at over 95%. That is huge in a fitness industry that's notoriously known for struggling through retention rate. And we do that because I believe I'm able to offer an immense amount of value. But if I'm not constantly gaining new clients over time, whether that 5% drop of retention that I lose, those numbers will slowly start to drop. So this is super, super important that I'm able to maintain the balance. But also what we know here is that you can't just skew this the opposite end. You can't just worry about value, value, value without getting new clients, because what happens is over time those sales are going to go down, because we understand that I only have a 95% retention rate, and many industries are much lower, and so they're not able to gain more clients than they're able to lose. That as well, we know we can gain even more monthly sales through current clients, right? We can extract new sales by upsells of some sort, or the hook and bait, right? I buy a mop head, but I need to replace, or I buy a mop, but I need to replace the mop head. I have to call that company only because it's the only one that fits the attachment. So they're able to extract more value, but they also know that that over time you can't keep doing that if you're not gaining new clients, right? In many industries, there's something called the lifetime value. They believe in each niche, there's a lifetime value of an individual that they will spend on a certain product or service before they stop using your product or service. I've heard it around $1,500 in my specific industry. So let's say, for mathematical sake, they spend $100 a month on their membership. In 15 months, they would eventually leave. I'm not sure. In practice, I have not experienced that. I've had people that have stayed longer and stayed in my program longer. I've had people that left much sooner. So I don't know if I truly believe that, but the idea is this, is that there's an extraction point, right? You're going to skew, if you skew that and just trying to extract from your current membership base, you're going to lose them. So there is this balance that we need to focus on at all times. So when you're looking at your numbers, what are your new sales? What are your current sales, and what are the sales that are coming from those current client lists? It's super, super important to look at, but at the basic, this is what's truly, truly happening with truly successful businesses. And part two, what I want to go over is what we call relationship marketing. And within this graph of relationship marketing is what you find is that we have activities that we use in relationship marketing to get new clients and keep our current clients. That's the sweet spot. We'll talk soon. And don't forget to subscribe.